Within them to take the province which they've so long been wanting. But of course, let's go to Stephen Huertas now at The Rock. He will continue discussions with his analysts there.
All right, Griselda, thank you very much indeed. There seemed to be a technical problem a moment ago. I am sorry about that. We're back here now at the Results Operations Centre in Pretoria, joined by the Head of Elections for the African National Congress, Fikile Mbalula. Fikile, good evening to you. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, and thank you for having us, and to all viewers at home.
All right, so I mean, at the moment, you're sitting on sort of 56.84%. That's with over half of the vote counted, 60% of the vote counted. It's a long way from 62%.
It's a long way from 62%, but we are quite delighted because we conducted a very difficult campaign against a backdrop of heavy loss. And we know that we have had to answer for part of that loss in relation to issues on the ground amongst our people. We then conducted a heavy campaign, door-to-door voter contact, and a wall-to-wall campaign, which is actually giving us this particular result.
Quite a lot of things happened during the election campaign which haven't really happened before, and by that I'm talking about the unity of the ANC divisions in the party. In the past, during elections, those have usually been healed or glossed over. I mean, in this case, you had the book about Fikile, you had all sorts of things happening, sort of veiled comments around each other. Did the divisions in the ANC that still seem to exist actually damage you in this campaign?
Indeed, our research also told us that our people are not interested in the divisions. We have had to rein in on a whole lot of other people in the party in terms of projecting the ANC as a divided party. Obviously, unity is not an event, it's a process. Coming from Nasrec has entirely given us this result, getting our leaders showing confidence in the new leadership of the ANC and so on, also added quite positive into the campaign. But it also shows that there is still a lot that we need to do to build on unity and undermine disunity and all other elements that are negative within the African National Congress.
So as a political party, from 99 onwards, you've gone down. So it was, 99, and then through to 2014, you went from 69%, I think it was, to 62. And then it looks like you're probably going to settle around 56, 57. It does look like a downward slide, 15 years of momentum going one way. Do you really think that the ANC will actually be able to turn around and get above 60% in the future? Or is this decline terminal?
No, this result, if it even arrives at that point, it shows a turnaround. Our people say, we trust you, but we want to see you doing more. And this is where we come from battering of 2016. And in this particular instance, we will make a thorough analysis of that, but we are way on track, because we knew that 2019 was going to be a difficult campaign. We knew that even to climb that ladder up to 56, 57, up to 60 was not going to be easy for us. And we worked very hard and pushed our president to the fore and all the officials. And it tells a story that Nasrec was a turnaround for us. Shouldn't we have actually turned around through that conference? We could have gone bet. And this is one thing that we note in the early stages, that the Nasrec conference of the ANC, the resolution, the leadership that came out of that conference turned around the ANC in terms of good fortunes going forward. We need to build on that.
If I was a critic of the ANC, I would say that is Nasrec actually finished?
Nasrec is not probably finished in the minds of others, but this campaign also helped us to heal the wounds, to see where we've got weaknesses. Remember, we had a lot of challenges in Northwest, and we had a lot of challenges in also areas like in the Free State. We had some challenges in other provinces as well. This election gave us an opportunity to build a momentum of camaraderie, coming close, but equally attend to the issues as they come decisively that affect the image of the ANC negatively.
Let's talk about what is probably the good news for you is Gauteng. Now, there are various predictions that are being made. Just under 50% of the vote counted in Gauteng. You're still on 51.85%. Some of the predictions I've seen sort of have you at 49.5%, but the way the seat allocation works, even on that basis, you probably still retain a control in Gauteng. You would be quite pleased, quite relieved at that.
Yes, of course. I mean, we worked very hard in Gauteng, and we didn't, as much as many people said it's contested, it's a battleground, and the ANC will lose Gauteng, and so on. But we worked very hard, and we went straight to our people, and we didn't run this campaign in which you buzz people. It's a waste of time and resources. Our biggest thing in this campaign was reaching out to people, and even in their houses were humbled and so on, because they opened up and they started to tell us where and what they think about us, and we had to examine that, looking at our poll and so on, and registering overwhelming victory for us was equally important, and we did a whole lot of things, and Gauteng responded well because we worked flat out here in Gauteng, particularly in the bigger areas, and it turns out that the response has been good. But that response, that is good, and that is affirming us and so on, and the leadership of President Ramaphosa, it says continue to do the good work. We had issues of trust with you, but even if we trust you not entirely, we will want to see things changing for the better. So it's equally thumbs up, but with a huge challenge on us to do things in the right way.
All right. One of the things that's happened, and you might have seen it, I don't know if you were in the hall, it was just an hour and a half ago, a group of the smaller parties, not all of them, some of them have had a caucus. They clearly are very unhappy with the way that the Electoral Commission has run this. They're calling for it to be rerun in some cases. They're saying that they will launch some kind of action. Your response to that, I mean, do you think the election needs to be rerun?
No, I mean, we've got the processes in terms of the elections. And we've got the PLC, where all political parties meet, and they go there and raise their issues. So we can't run parallel processes and then turn this thing into a banana republic and undermine, hard-earned democracy and this electoral process. Everybody can be disgruntled about this and that. They've got to test those things within the ambit of the PLC and resolve issues at that particular point. We ourselves, as the ANC, many of our supporters, we believe, got out of the queues and they did not vote because there was a shortage of ballot boxes there and there. But we cannot stand up here and say that because of that, the elections are not free and fair. We have had a lot of challenges. Our party agents, we worked on them and all of that. We've got all sorts of rumors of double voting and all of that. We're working on those particular cases, working with all other political parties. At the end, this is our system. It is our country. It has been there for 25 years and it has done wonders for us. Where there are weaknesses, we must criticize IEC constructively because it affects our party vote, the morale of the voters. I mean, the whole day we're dealing with shortages and now stories of ink and all of that. But all of those issues must be attended in the spirit of building and moving forward.
Fikile Mbalula, thank you very much indeed, the head of elections for the African National Congress. All right, in a moment, Shante and Yavi will take the pulse of the nation looking at social media. Stay with us.